Here we go, folks. Bring up the stream chat here. I am running Losis, and Earl is actually a member of the real nobility. But does that mean that, like, for example, can you just become an Earl? Could you be, oh, you're now an Earl because the king dictates it? Or is it something that it's hereditary? Like, oh, you inherited your Earlship from your family line. See, I don't know how that works. I see a car, but I don't know if it works or not. It looks kind of derelict to me. I don't know. Maybe it works. Let's see. It freaking works. Wow. Okay, let me see if I can loot this first. You guys love the frame rate of this game, don't you? What do we got here? A bunch of beanies. I don't need the beanies. What do I want that for? Ugh, son of a bitch. Nothing good in here. Shout out to I Am Threepwood, who did a 550-bit cheer to become an even bigger cheerleader for today's stream. He already was the cheerleader, but now he is the cheerleader times 2. Oh my god, I completely missed where I wanted to land, and now I have lost massive health. Not good. He says, wondering if you ever considered using Streamlabs to help you in updating your sub-tier and tip counts to save you time for manually entering it. Keep kicking PUBG ass, Seabass. Well, I actually, funny story you asked this, 3-Point. Last year, oh, fucking titty twisters. Who the fuck? I think they were shooting at me, but then again, I didn't hear the bullet connect with a wall. So maybe they won't, or they weren't. I don't know. That scared the shit out of me, though. Alright, maybe I should just run over to the car and get the fuck out of here. Where the fuck did the bullet? I don't see this guy. Was he sniping from a window or a door? I don't know, but I see no movement. Nothing. I'm getting out of here. Fuck this. Get me in this car and get me the fuck out of here. Alright, so back to my story. Last year was actually just roughly a year ago. It was early March, actually, of last year, where I changed my content up. I used to be a person who basically recorded playthroughs as if I was doing stuff offline. I ignored... This guy's sniping me. I ignored the fact that I was streaming, basically, and I pretended like I was playing and just recording offline for YouTube. Like I was primarily a YouTuber. But that changed last year when YouTube's ad revenue plummeted. We had the YouTube adpocalypse and all of that. So I had to change up my strategy and basically focus on being more of an interactive live streamer than just making videos on demand for YouTube. And when I did that, the first program I started using was Streamlabs. And I used it for about a month, and I had nothing but problems. It would constantly crash. It wouldn't work. Pop-ups wouldn't work. It would just not have... It would constantly... I don't know what it was. I was using all the basic explanation that I said how to use it, you know, the setup and everything, and I had nothing but problems with it. So after doing that for about a month and basically having problem, I switched over to Muxy, and Muxy just always worked. I don't know why, but Muxy works. You know, it never really crashes. It just seems to be a more reliable program for me. Now keep in mind, that was like March of last year, April of last year. Obviously, almost a year has passed. Maybe now Streamlabs is better, and Streamlabs will auto-update top tier and stuff like that, I guess. But, I use Muxy because it works. Now, here's the other thing. Apparently, Muxy has a third-party application to update stuff manually. I looked into it, and I downloaded it, and I don't even know how to use it. It has no explanation whatsoever of how to use it or implement it in your streams at all. It's very confusing. I tried to mess with it a little bit last night, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, well, I'm not going to sit here for an hour, you know, with my thumb up my butt. I know if I just manually update it for tomorrow's stream, it'll work. But if anyone knows how to use this Muxy app for the Windows desktop to get the cheer totals and everything to keep updating, I'm all ears. If someone uses it actively and knows how to use it, I'm all ears. but I have no idea how to use it myself. So, alright, so Olivisaurus did a 25-bit cheer and said, I know you previously said that you can't short sell your condo in Connecticut, but has anyone contacted you in the last 4 years about renting it? Well, here's the deal. Here's the problem with renting it. In order to rent the condo, I would be considered an absentee owner. Why? Because I don't live in Connecticut, right? I would not be able to be there actively in order to do things. For example, if the toilet breaks, I'm responsible for having it fixed. If the tenants are being unruly and making noise at all hours of the night, I'm responsible for holding them accountable and evicting them if they're being dicks, right? If they're not abiding by the rules of that condo facility. That's all the responsibilities you have when you're a renter. The problem is I don't live in Connecticut. So what actively could I do from Washington State if these people were being assholes? So what you want to do is you want to hire a rental company. They have rental management companies that will come in. They'll do all that work for you. They'll find renters. They'll take the rent. They'll handle issues. They'll schedule maintenance. They'll do all that stuff on your behalf because you're not there actively to do it yourself, okay? There's a problem, though. And the problem is that I looked into it. I actually have been looking for renters. Last year, no lie, for about a week straight, I was calling people. I was emailing people. I contacted real estate agencies. Basically, in Connecticut, all of the good property management companies are located in other areas that aren't where I live. Where I was living in Connecticut was considered the low-income, shitty area of Connecticut. Even though Connecticut is incredibly expensive to live in, they were actually considering where I lived low income, even though that condo is not cheap, okay? So that being said, most of the property management companies that have, like, reputable reputations, online ratings that say that they're good, hell, even a way for me to contact them outside of just calling random phone numbers and random emails, you know, having an official website where you submit a form for a request or whatever, they're nowhere near where my condo is in Connecticut. They're the nicer parts of Connecticut. That's where all the good management companies are. And I actually reached out to a couple of those, and I said, hey, would you, you know, consider the possibility of maybe doing my condo as a, you know, managing it, even though I know for a fact I want to drive. It has no gas. Oh. Even though normally you wouldn't do this, it's not in your realm of what you cover. And they were like, no, we want nothing to do with that area of Connecticut. That area of Connecticut is high risk. A lot of the renters in that area are deadbeats who don't pay their rent, and then we have to evict them and shit. We've had bad experiences in that part of Connecticut, and therefore we don't want to deal with it whatsoever. So we're not here. We don't want to touch your condo with a 10-foot pole, is basically what all the reputable management companies are saying. There was literally one guy who said he wanted to do it, but he wasn't responsive. He didn't have any online ratings or any, I had no idea if this guy was reputable or not. I didn't even know if he owned a company. It was just a guy who I heard was responsible for managing some beach houses and shit in Stratford, down on the water of Stratford Beach, which is where my condo's located, is in Stratford, Connecticut. So I was like, this is ridiculous. So basically, no, there's no way I could rent it because I'm not actively there to do the active duties of a renter, and there's no reputable companies out there who want to handle it. They've literally told me, no, that's a high-risk area, and we're not going to deal with it, so you're out of luck. So I'm now stuck with a condo. I can't short sell it. I can't get rid of it. And I literally get drained about $1,300 to $1,500 a month on my finances, and I'm completely stuck with it unless I either declare bankruptcy, in which case people will try to foreclose upon it and will ruin my credit, you know, or I just stop paying it, in which case, again, they'll foreclose upon it. It ruins my credit completely. Like, I'm pretty fucked. I pretty much have no recourse here. I'm fucked. Fuck you. Motherfucker popped my tire. I don't even care. I'm still gonna drive it anyway. I don't care. Oh, where are we going? This way. Okay. Hey, it's still going with one tire missing. It's still driving, so I got no complaints here. Yeah, it's still driving, so. Shout out to Jammy Boys, who did a 1,000-bit cheer to become today's cheerleader. Thank you, Jammy Boys. He says, Phil, I've been enjoying your content for many years now. You always amuse me. That's why I always watch your stuff over anyone else. Keep it up, bud. Thank you, Jammy Boys, for the cheer. I appreciate it. And you, like I said, are the cheerleader. I will update that after this match. Shout out to Dr. Soundwave, who also did a 1,000-bit cheer. And Dr. Soundwave says, prepare for oblivion. So now we've got a tie between Jammy Boys and Dr. Soundwave as the top cheerers for today's stream. Thank you guys very much. Nick did a 25-bit cheer. He says, rent it to John Rambo. Yeah, right. So there you go. I am stuck with the condo in Connecticut. I literally have nothing else I could do to get rid of it besides completely and almost permanently ruin my credit for the rest of my life. And that's why I have this major drain on my finances every friggin' month. It sucks. I wish it wasn't the case, but I got boned in that situation. I really did. Alright.